had mysteriously frozen on me, and I do not know, it just randomly quit on me, but I'm back. I did not mean to deliberately cut you guys off, and I'm still streaming at the moment. What I was going to say is, it is dangerous to deliberately try to infect oneself with COVID-19 to try to build up antibodies. And a famous singer in the Czech Republic, you guys can look it up in the internet, her husband and son had caught the COVID-19. Well, instead of isolating herself, she wasn't vaccinated. I'm not sure if the kid and the husband had been vaccinated as well. And that's their right to not be vaccinated. Well, the husband and the son had COVID-19. They recovered. Well, instead of isolating herself, she had deliberately tried to get infected with COVID-19 to try to build up her antibodies. Well, she died. And it's a sad situation. And the husband and the son are going around telling people, they're not advocating for getting a vaccine or not. They're a little more towards pro-vaccine, I should say, than anti-vax. But at the same time, they're telling people, don't do what their mom did. Their mom deliberately tried to get herself infected with COVID-19 to get get antibodies, to try to heal up, get antibodies, but it didn't work out that way. So I'm going to type in last stream quit on me, and I'm here again. And so do not try to deliberately get around COVID-19 and not isolate yourself if you've not been vaccinated to try to get antibodies. That is a dangerous situation. The CDC doesn't recommend it. Nobody recommends it with this situation, because here's the thing. 99% of the people in the hospitals are unvaccinated. Okay, if you do that, you are running a greater chance of going to the hospital. And if you are in a country that has public health care, you're tying up the taxpayers' resources and you're tying up their resources, because you are trying to do an unhealthy thing by exposing yourself intentionally to the COVID-19. So, if you don't get the vaccine, still use caution, wash your hands, wear a mask. If you do get the vaccine, I'd say do the same thing. The government is, a lot of the governments basically had said you can get vaccinated and start living your life. They were only halfway correct. You can get vaccinated, and you can go to work, maybe hold down a job. You can go to a movie every once in a while. You can go eat out every once in a while, but things are not going to get back to normal. There's still, you still have to exercise caution. So just hold on one second, and my apologies for that. I have no idea why the last stream just unexpectedly quit on me. So that's just why I said still streaming. So if you guys want to remain out there, the last stream, like I said, just unexpectedly quit on me. But yeah, back to that. Yes, on World War II, the Indian National Army under not the Indian National Army, the Indian National Army was crushed in Imphal and Kohima, as well as the Japanese, largely due to the British Indian Army, which was under the command of William Slim. He commanded Indian units as well as a West African unit. And at Imphal and Kohima, the Japanese were crushed, and that was a key battle in World War II. Even the Indian Navy, the modern Indian Navy, they have a vessel named Imphal after the Battle of Imphal. And it's just a sad situation to see how the Indian soldiers were treated. But independence was granted to the Indians, to India in 1947. So it wasn't like the Indians didn't get their independence. They did get their independence, and the bravery that they showed in World War II was a key reason why India became an independent country. And I think with the Modi government, the way he's upping and propping Sandra Bose more so than that, I think is a dangerous precedent. So yeah, guys, I'm still here. If you guys have anything to say, and like I said, my apologies. I have no idea why the phone just unexpectedly, just randomly quit on me like this. But thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you guys for being here, for showing up, and chatting with me on the chat. Okay, one other thing that I did want to get into, we talked about the Gabby Petito case. Rainier DuToit says, "Hey there, Brett." Well, hey there, Rainier. I don't know if you were in the other part of the stream, Rainier, but Julius Malema is flip-flopping again. He has gone to restaurants in the Mall of Africa, and I'm assuming you guys have seen Ronaldo's video on it, making sure that these restaurants are hiring 60% South Africans and 40% foreign nationals. But this is a clear 180-degree turn compared to what Julius Malema had done years before, where he condemned xenophobic attacks against Mozambican immigrants to South Africa and against Nigerian immigrants to South Africa. And it was a very, very... And he's now going in there just randomly showing up and saying, make sure you're hiring mostly South Africans. Well, this one owner who is a Turkish... born in Turkey, but he's a naturalized South African citizen. He owns the restaurant called Cream, and he doesn't get involved in politics very much. His life is his work, and his life is the hospitality industry. Well, he said he tries to make it a point to hire South Africans, and South Africans overall get the priority, and he doesn't go to these other countries or these countries' embassies and issue visas for foreign nationals. But if somebody's already in South Africa legally and they have the documentation and the prior work experience, he'll hire them. He says the applications at his restaurants are way more foreign nationals than South Africans. So there's only so much that he can do in that situation. And I happen to agree with the owner in this situation. And Julius Malema doesn't know what he stands for, and if anybody is supporting Julius Malema even after all this, then I highly recommend that you need to get your brain checked. Julius Malema doesn't know what he stands for. I mean, he just flip-flops on so many issues, and this isn't the first time that it's happened. When he was chairman of the ANC Youth League, he said he would kill for Jacob Zuma. Then, once he got expelled from the party, he still said he was loyal to Zuma. Then, months later, he started the EFF, and then he said Zuma must fall. Then when Zuma goes to jail for state capture and corruption charges, and, well, mainly failure to appear in court. If he goes to jail for failure to appear in court, Malema, quote, mysteriously reconciles with Jacob Zuma. This is just flip-flopping at its worst with what's going on there. I mean, it's just flip-flopping at its worst, and, you know, nobody knows where Malema stands on several key important issues. And it's just, like I said, it's just nuts. And I mean, props to the SABC for reporting this and interviewing the Cream owner and talking about the subject. That was really cool. Oh, one thing that I did want to talk about, I've been reading about South Africa in World War II, and the South Africans played a key role in the Desert Campaign, the North Africa Campaign in 1942 and 1943. They were largely under the command of Brigadier General Dan Pienaar, and Dan Pienaar had a lot of Afrikaner individualism in him, which really contrasted with a lot of his British commanders, but Dan Pienaar got the job done, and at El Alamein, the South Africans helped push back a lot of Rommel's forces in the Battle of El Alamein. It's not well known what South Africa did in World War II, but they played a vital role. And I highly recommend that you guys read the book South Africans versus Rommel by David Brock Katz. And it's a really good book, and it talks about what all the South Africans did in the North Africa campaign versus General Erwin Rommel. And like I said, I highly recommend that book. Okay, all right. Well, it looks like my apologies that the last live stream had just quit on you guys, and it looks like that you guys, my apologies for this. So you guys will be watching the streams. Typically, what happens? Not too many people watch my live streams initially, but once it gets uploaded, then people watch it. So I'll talk to you guys later. I will do another live stream later today. I'll just have to wait and see if Chris White does a Night Owls or not. I don't want to interfere with his live stream. But anyways, hope everybody's doing well. Take care. God bless, and bye-bye.